How's it going, everybody? Hey, Shinigami here to bring you another One Piece chapter review. Just finished rewatching the Egghead Island arc in English, and leaves me with a little bit more theorizing. I think it was pretty good, but that aside, Elbaph, the anime for that arc, will be coming out very soon. Can't wait for that. We've already seen Loki. Unfortunately, it kind of spoils, the anime watchers of it already. But I mean, I guess technically it's a good thing regardless. Okay, I think we're fine. You can kind of tell my son's watching Pokemon Kids TV. Nah, you can't really tell. Cool. Alright, well, that's enough chitter chatter for the first minute. Let's hop right into it. Alright, so One Piece chapter 1178, A Fading Nightmare. We got a few decent things out of this cover request. Kid runs from a bull charging at his jacket. Again, he's wearing a red jacket, so some say Luffy got inspired by that red coat jacket thing, and that's why he wears it in Elbaph. Or maybe it was just because red is his main color, but whatever. As we see, continuing on, actually let me zoom out. Let me zoom out a bit here. That should be good enough there. Until I gotta zoom in. Luffy and Loki confront Gunkimo. Hey! Luffy! Brook! Usopp! I'll leave them to you. What's going on over there? Need backup? I'll count on you if things get bad. For now, I'd take a few steps back if I were you. Loki's a real wild card. Look who's talking. 'Twas but a few years ago when a giant ship was glimped at sea, helmed by a captain of truly immense stature. That craft was never identified, for its skulked deep within fog-shrouded regions, yet it only ever targeted world government vessels. Hey, leave some for me now. Well, leave some for me. During that self-same period, a number of credible rumors started to emerge. She's got away. Where did she get to? She's too damn small. Concerning the sightings of an unimaginably large flying beast, the truth is plain to see now. There you are. You'll pay for what you did to Usopp and Brook. Huh? And then all of a sudden we see that Gunko is, I guess, or Emu is rejecting Gunko and just coming out. Something came out. If only thou were erased from the world, as Rox was before thee. And there we see Loki looking down at him. And again, dude, it's fucking huge. A coral demonic covenant. Thou shalt cast aside a portion of thy lifespan and receive unprecedented strength. Wah! And see, it hits Luffy and Loki. In exchange for this blessing, thou shalt loathe each other. And then, Domi Reverse. Huh? What's the big idea? This thing doesn't even hurt. What a pain. Wait, did you just say rocks? As expected, these two are truly gum. Squeak, squeak. She's too puny to fight like this. And then we see a blow. Booming Dawn Gatling. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Ragnar. Squeak, squeak. Move it, Luffy. Squeak. Whoa, hold up. And then there we see Niflheim. Basically just a giant ice move. And we see there that so no, Gunko is still there. It's just that Emu's coming out of Gunko, so she's frozen as well. as we can see. So I have to zoom in on this because the fucking writing gets small. And we hear cracking. Whoa, is that your finishing move? But I wasn't done kicking ass yet. And then somehow they got drained really fast. I have no idea what you are, but doing it this way is much quicker. Besides, I was way too big for way too long in the West Village. Did we do it? If they all flip back to white, then yeah. But if some start to regenerate, then it wasn't enough. Forgive us, chiefs. It was like some kind of malicious darkness swallowed us whole. Don't fret over it. We couldn't resist it either. Ugh. Damn it, captains. How dare you? There's still 2 or 3 left. And as we go back... Oh, wait, shit, I kind of skipped a bit. Whoopsie whoops. Elbaph Fishing Village. Focus on putting out the fires. That Loki prick may have taken down the monsters for us, but cleaning up after him is its own calamity. In the hunting village. So we were wrong about Loki killing Harold. We may have misjudged him there, but look at the mess. He's still a pain in the ass, Maverick. Go, Zeus, keep pouring. I'll do my best. Sea Cloud shoulder throw. Even the ODCs have limits, you know. Alright, I got it. And there we see, you know, just Chopper slapping them back to normal. Chopper! And yeah, he has some kind of ability naturally as his monster. Maybe as just monster point. I don't know. Zoro, what the hell did you just do? I have no idea. It seems like I can undo their demonification just by hitting them. Huh? Maybe it's because you're an amazing doctor. What? Don't you dare think that kind of praise makes me happy, because it doesn't, you jerk. Nah, that's got to be it. You are amazing. Gabba-baba. Well, I've sorted the mess around here. Wonder how the others are doing. Yeah. So we just kind of continued because I kind of fucked up there. Whatever, it still makes sense. Yeah, it still makes sense. No sign of enemy activity in Artisan Village. More fires have broken out though. No foes in Alcohol Village either. Just raging flames. And there we just got 2 lines. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be something else, but it didn't translate, I guess. Whatever. Seems like all that's left is to extinguish the fires. Keep your eyes peeled in case any of those demons are still alive out there. In the Owl Library. Soul, what's going on here? There's definite fire damage, but the shelves are empty. There should be at least a fragment of books left. Biblo the Owl ain't here neither. I don't want to be too optimistic, but you think he might have moved the books? I'd be overjoyed if he did, but even if that were possible, where did he go? I'm guessing the Heaven Realm, but that's just my speculation. Things got wrapped up pretty quickly once we went on the offensive, huh? Well, it ain't like this was a full-on war against their whole organization, you know. Even if these guys are Knights of the Holy Land, there were only 3 of them. And there you see Killingham just like... Yeah, it's insane how thoroughly they managed to devastate somewhere as massive as Elbaph. What happened to the Great One? As we see on the outskirts of the West Village. Who the fuck is this? Oh, it's this jackass. Damn it! And then thudding. Here we go. Ouch! So he was able to recover himself slowly. So he's still alive, Summers. I don't know why his heart looks robotic. I don't think it's supposed to be, but you know, he could still come back to life. Luffy's group. Loki, I'm hungry. Go back to the village then. It ain't like I carry food on me. What's with that weird look anyway? Squirrel, I'm hungry. Squeak. And there we see Emu just vanish. Poof. The Holy Land of Marijois. Pangea Castle, the Flower Room. Elders. Yes, Great Emu. The Holy Land will be without Mu for a short while. Could Emu really be going there? Which I would assume there meaning What, back to Elbaph? Bless you, my son. Bless you. Yeah, very, very interesting. Yeah, as one thing I saw, couldn't help it but watch Joy Boy's video. Joy Boy Theory stuff. This is one of the oddest times for Luffy, where obviously he felt pretty almost invincible with Egghead, and obviously defeating Kaido. But if you think about it, those were very special circumstances, and even the foes some of the foes that he fought were nerfed, and he had to have help in some of it, right? Because with Kaido, he had help from oh my god, my fucking brain right now trying to remember. So you had Kinemon and the other scabbards that basically helped do with some damage, and then obviously Zoro, Law, and Kid on top of Luffy, doing damage to Big Mom and Kaido up on the rooftop, until finally Luffy unlocked Gear 5th, and because of that form, that's what gave him the power to actually do enough damage, right, and defeat him. When it came to Kizaru, he was already emotionally nerfed, unfortunately, because he didn't want to have to kill his fucking best friend, right? What else? Obviously, when it comes to the elders, it's a little hard to say that he didn't have an easy time, but he also didn't have a hard time. Obviously, with the help of Dory and Bragi, they were basically on that level, if not able to at least put a slight stop to it, right, with their shield and their fucking combo moves. That's what does it. But here you actually have the big bad, and as we saw what Oda had answered a question that people had, the more Luffy laughs, the more powerful he gets. And he was laughing a lot in Egghead. He had some serious moments, but he was laughing a lot. Obviously, the first time he transformed against Kaido, he, had a ball, enjoyed himself. But when it comes to here on Elbaph, he had more times that he was very serious and not joyful, as his name should be, right, with what he's like. Yeah, no. The stronger he gets is because of the laughter and the happiness that he's, filled with. We saw that he didn't last very long here against Imu, and already got drained. Same thing with Loki, right? He kind of complains, I was big for a little too long. He's drained of his stamina. You can contribute that to the fact that he is already partially injured from fighting Shamrock, or just I guess them, jumping him. But it's a bit odd, does Imu have some way of draining their abilities, their devil fruit abilities, so that way they can't last as long? And then, it's kind of like what Teach does. He nullifies devil fruit abilities, because it is odd, for a while it seemed like Luffy was able to last longer and longer, and then for some reason this time he didn't last very long at all. But that's where I'll leave it for that. I think there could definitely be some more speculation thrown around there, but just something to take note of. And William Arnott, his quote about, don't stay in Elbaph, for too long. I think that's kind of what we're tying into this. But yeah, y'all let me know down in the comments below what you think. Are we gonna have another Sabaody Archipelago ending, right, where they get defeated? Does Luffy believe that his crew gets defeated, or do they actually get defeated? Right? It's not like another Kuma moment, because yeah, Kuma is there, but he's not really conscious, and he's more robot than he is, himself. Would any of his crew get turned into demons? Right? That'd be a huge blow to Luffy having to kill, yes, he would kill them, but he would be reverting them at the same time. But as we saw, there's a lot of people that have hesitation that are not from the giant culture because they see their friend turn. You know, that it would prevent them from wanting to harm them. Or would it be the obvious choice that Loki actually gets Domi Reverse Aid and Luffy has to fight a demonic, even bigger fucking dragon? I don't know. The option's kind of unlimited there. But obviously, a lot of people have said that it feels like the Straw Hats have had it a little too easy. They've basically been unstoppable since Sabaody. You know, that was the last time they really had any turmoil. So maybe we could shake it up, right? And this would be a perfect time. One last, knockdown to really get them to train and be a little bit better. So that way when they do fight Blackbeard at the end of the story, or Emu on the official final war, their strength finally matches where they should be. Whereas right now it doesn't seem like, again, it's only been a few months since Wano. It can't be, if not a few months, it's only been like a month at minimum. There's got to be some kind of correlation with their strength and the end game, right? They need to grow in strength significantly. We saw where Rogers was, we saw where Garp was on God Valley, and obviously they had gotten a little stronger after that as well. But the power they displayed, and that was no devil fruits. That was pure hockey skill alone, which Luffy has very strong Conqueror's hockey, but is it necessarily on the same level as Rox, Roger, or Garp? No. Right? He heavily relies on his devil fruit. So maybe we can get to that point where he finally doesn't have to rely on it so much. But let me know what y'all think. This is A Shinigami signing out. You have a good night, good evening, and good morning. And I'll see you next time. Bye.